Alright, so I've gotten 5,000 subscribers recently, which is a lot. And I think it's fitting to just do a Q&A, you know? I didn't expect anything interesting, and we'll see if we get any interesting questions. First question here from Sensi on our Discord. What's my favorite color? Purple. I mean, I love purple. I would actually like to start incorporating it into my thumbnails, but that requires more of a style kind of thing, which is hard to do. Second question here from Ko-Fi308, also on the Discord. Age, 18. Actually recently turned 18 this last Sunday. Yeah, just barely there. Most of these are on the Discord. I didn't get anyone's in the YouTube community post I posted, so I'm just scrolling through the Discord here. Next one from Woobert here. Is it time for crab? No. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna give that a solid no. Milk before cereal or cereal after milk? We put cereal in first here on my channel. I don't know about you, but that's not really an option. That's just a given. That was from Roski Core on our Discord. From Wibblyton over here. Do you like hurting other people?
Shall we proceed with the plan?
Axe here with our first, what I'd call a real question. Opinion on horror games as well as importance of atmosphere. I am really interested in your answer since you are a challenge runner, and I want to see how much it means to that part of a game's audience. I really like psychological horror. I'm a big single-player story-based guy. I also like multiplayer games, but you know, you play something like Amori with its very, very good, atmosphere and like, you know, just the psychological elements of it. I really love that kind of thing. Honestly, I haven't found too many horror games that I do actually like, because a lot of them are just cheap jump scares, think like FNAF. It has to be done well, but otherwise I do like it. How do you separate your work-life balance so that you don't cannibalize your off time into optimizing it for content on your channel? That's something I have been trying to work on a lot, is work on my stuff in a reasonable time frame. Recently, it's been getting a certain amount of footage done in a day, and then just spending the rest of my time, like, you know, in free time. Like, I know how long, let's say, 1 hour of footage will take me. And if this video is 6 hours of footage, which is really little footage for my videos, I'll get like 1.5 hours done in a day. And that'll take me like 2 hours. And then boom, I have 2 hours set aside for this. And I work on it for 2 hours and then I'm done. If I really want to just crank it, sometimes I work on all of a video in a day. And I get through all the footage and I write the script in a day. And then I record the audio and put the audio in the next day. So it's 2 days. But sometimes some videos do take all my off time, like the Nuzlocke video, which is actually a great video. Go check it out if you haven't. That took all day, every day for the week I worked on it. From Friday, the upload from the week before, to the Friday that I uploaded it, because I uploaded it late at 3 p.m. when I usually upload at like 10 p.m. my time. Every single second of that week I was working on it. Another question here from Giggle Gee. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Which came first, chicken or egg? Well, the egg came first, because chickens come from eggs. The chicken didn't need to lay the egg. Some other variation of the species probably laid the egg, and then the mutation, like, you know, turned it into what we know as a chicken today, would be my guess. I'm not a biologist or a wildlife, you know, expert, or a vet. You know, I don't know anything like that, but that would be my guess. Pyscythe, a friend of the channel, asked which Souls bosses could you beat in a fight IRL? We would need a lot of clarifications there. I'm gonna go off my assumptions. I get my gear, like my armor. I get to choose my weapon. And I get like some sort of, I get like, let's say 60 stat points to put into levels, right? Me IRL. So it would just be my physical skills, like kind of like my mental game. And honestly, I could beat most Souls bosses if you just give me a Zweihander, put most of it into strength and vigor. So I can get more big health, big damage, you know? If we're just talking like, I go in there with my fists, none. It's literally zero. Maybe I could beat the Royal Rat Vanguard. I could beat up a rat. Human-sized rat. Maybe not even that. I don't know. Yeah. Not the authority. I could not beat up that fucking dog. That dog would fuck me up. You know, the Asylum Demon's slow. Maybe if I was literally the Chosen Undead, I can go grab my gear and make it. Maybe I could plunge it and, you know, get most of its health gone and maybe take it out, but probably not happening. Randomization on my Discord asks, which boss would you have a toast with? I don't know. Which boss is chill enough to have a toast? I don't know. Just Velstadt. Velstadt's my man, my boy. I feel like Gale pre-boss fight would be chill. Like pre-match, massive time skip. Yeah, I don't know. Za, another friend of the channel, asks, spaghetti or meat? And I don't know if there's some hidden meaning. I'm just gonna go with neither. Because I can't tell if there's anything else going on with that question. Alright. Bear with me for this one from King Shlomo. You're a member of a high-tech exploratory space crew venturing into uncharted regions. During your mission, you and your co-pilot uncover an ancient alien ship filled with advanced but highly volatile technology. As you explore, a series of mistakes cause the alien technology to malfunction, threatening to trigger a colossal explosion that will obliterate everything within a 100 light-year radius, including nearby inhabited planets with billions of lives. However, there is a possible fix, rerouting the alien tech to absorb all available life energy within the immediate area to stabilize it. Now here's the moral twist. The only living beings close enough to provide enough energy to stabilize the ship are you and your crew of 100. If you choose to sacrifice yourselves, then the alien ship will stabilize and the inhabitants of the distant planet will be saved. But if you do nothing, the ship will explode, taking the planet and everything around with it. As you weigh your options, the computer provides a chilling update. If you reroute the alien technology to stabilize the ship, it won't just consume your life energy, it will extract your very consciousness and memories, potentially trapping your awareness in the alien machinery forever. In other words, you and your co-pilot would survive in a strange, agonizing state, eternally conscious but incapable of ever escaping. You have two choices: sacrifice yourselves, knowing that your consciousness will be trapped in the alien ship, unable to communicate, escape arrests, but sparing billions of lives, or do nothing and allow the ship to explode, letting the alien technology and billions of lives be lost with you and your crew dying in the explosion, but at least free from eternal imprisonment. What would you choose? Okay. My thought is if it's taking my consciousness and uploading it, it's not like actually taking my consciousness, it's replicating it and putting it in there. So I would not experience that. A version of me would, with my memories and everything, but me, myself, I would never get to see that. I would stop existing permanently, and so would my crew. Versions of us that are extremely real and lifelike, but are not us, that I will literally never, me or anyone on the crew would never experience, would get put into that. Because you can't just take a consciousness and put it in the ship, not even with like advanced technology. You have to rebuild it molecule for molecule, but that's not you, it's just a clone. So I think I would sacrifice myself, and that would just be suicide, but like I wouldn't actually, my consciousness wouldn't actually get taken into that. It would just stop existing. So yeah, I sacrifice myself, and it doesn't matter. Za again asks, how many Reese's Peanut Butter Cups do you think I could fit in my mouth at once? How many Reese's Peanut Butter Cups could you fit in your mouth, Za? I'm gonna give you a solid 8. I think you got 8 in you, right? That's like the size of how wide your jaw can open. Sensi asks, which boss in the Soul series are you most attracted to, and why is it Dancer? It is not Dancer. I have not thought of this at all. I would have to come back to you on that one. I can't think of a boss. Like, I can't think of a boss. Like, I can think of bosses people typically would say, but I won't say. Like, people would say Priscilla, Gwendolyn. Yeah, no. I can't think of a boss. I could go for a joke answer, but I'm just gonna. I don't think so. No, I can't figure anything out. I can't think of anything. Shit! I closed Discord. How did I do that? How did I just close the app? I didn't even click. It just closed itself. Za asks again for his last question. How do I get a Vicodin script? I don't know. Maybe you could ask House. He might know. I think, actually, hey, guys, can we get Za some more mouse bites? We can. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Zaw. We can't give you the Vicodin, but we can give you some mouse bites. That'll probably cure you. And Arteria asks, out of all the Soulsborne games, which one is your favorite and why? Is it level design, enemies, bosses, or something else? And inversely, which one is your least favorite and why? Favorite? I go to different Souls games for different things. I expect different things from all of them. And for me, Dark Souls 1, I like the interconnectedness of the world, specifically that part of the world. I like how open it is from the beginning. You can kind of go anywhere you want, and it makes for some really interesting routing on some runs. One of my favorite runs is my Four Kings run, only, where every enemy is the Four Kings. I liked how I was able to maneuver around Undeadburg, just like avoid it almost entirely, to be able to progress. I like that. And like, you know, Master Key and all that, but there's way more going on there that I don't even know. Like, there are so many routing little things you can do that I just don't have the concept to do. Like, I just don't understand everything about the game, because honestly, Dark Souls 1 is so complex and so different from the other two games in a lot of ways that it's just hard to know a lot about it. Dark Souls 2, I really like the level design. I like the group fights. That's why in my Nuzlocke video, I had just a couple sections in there in the DLC, in the Old Iron King DLC, where it was just me fighting enemies with my little text commentary. Because I think group fights in that game, and especially like PvP actual player fights, are just so complicated and like deep. It's really interesting just to watch them and commentate and observe them. Dark Souls 3, I like the bosses. I like all the bosses. I don't like the deacons, but I think every boss has something interesting. I think Eudex is something interesting. Vort is a good tutorial-ish boss, you know, like getting into the game. Curse Rod of Greatwood is good is interesting with the weak spots and the ads. Crystal Sage is really interesting for certain builds where it's like, how can you take out all these clones, or how can you do this and that? If you don't just like cheese it with throwing knives, because I think that's kind of lame. Deacons are okay for a group fight. I just don't think they're really that great. Abyss Watcher's really interesting test of just reaction time and like decisiveness. You know, I can keep going. I like the bosses of Dark Souls 3, and I think the bosses is where Dark Souls 3 excels and where they put a lot of the work. I don't like the level design of Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 2, I think some of the bosses in Dark Souls 2 are really lackluster, like from Scorpionus Najka all the way to, like, assuming you did it in the order I do it usually, which is Lost Sinner, Freya, Old Iron King, and then Rotten. I think once you get to Najka, you have like Royal Rat Authority, bad boss. You got you got Mytha, and then, you know, I'm ignoring Freya because Freya's fine. But then you got Mytha, and then you got Old Iron King, and then you got Smelter Demon, you know, Rotten. All these bosses that are just they're fine, but they're not really that interesting. I'm not even gonna mention Elden Ring because there's this one really good video. I'll put it up on the screen. I forgot who it's by. It's like Elden Ring is a flawed masterpiece about how the bosses are just like they're so poorly designed that I don't think they're fun. That's why I don't do Elden Ring challenge runs. I could do Elden Ring challenge runs and I could sell out, but I do not want to. Okay, last question from Only Fran. How are you feeling today, and what's your goal with the channel? Today, I am honestly kind of tired. I haven't done much. But my goal with the channel, honestly, I really just... If you look at very old... I did a challenge run out of the blue for no real reason. I actually did that Farendart only run, which I want to do another one. I want to do a redo with, like, you know, actually good scripting and good running and, like, routing and stuff. My goal is literally just to have fun, but over time it's become a lot to entertain people. Because I like seeing positive comments of people who are like, yeah, I like this video. This video is cool, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, that feeds my ego a little bit, but it's also like, you know, I work hard on this thing and you see it, and then just by you watching it, it kind of gives back to me. And I think that's fair, you know. If you do like the video, be sure to smash that like button. No, I'm just kidding. But I would appreciate, you know, interaction. It helps me out a lot. Yeah, that looks like all the questions. I hope you guys have a nice day.